So, I heard a rumor that you wanted to get into making adoptables, or just character design in general. Hey, I can tell you a little secret. Okay? It's pretty damn easy. If you got the right equipment. Okay? Equipment as in the brain equipment, alright? Not as in like you don't need Clip Studio Paint. Here. I could open up MS Paint right now, and we'd be fine. We'd be fine. Hold on. Let me close Clip Studio. See? I could do this in MS Paint. It'd be a lot damn harder, but I could do it. MS Paint is lagging right now, so I'm gonna close it. The whole point is to you don't need like fancy equipment or anything like that to make adoptables, okay? You just need your brain, you need a good head on your shoulders, okay? Okay? Now, how do I make them? Well, I started making them a few months ago, or not even a few months ago, like 2 months ago. I'm not like the most successful artist of all time. I've gotten like a few sales here and there. So this isn't gonna be like a, oh, 100% guaranteed. You will make a lot of money from this. This is just like a what I've learned from doing it after like a month or two. I wasn't a character designer before like a few months ago. I didn't consider myself a character designer. I did design characters, but they were kind of shit, and I didn't do it like actively thinking, okay, I'm gonna design this character to look like this. It was just like, oh, shirt pants. Put that guy in a shirt and pants, and give him like a mullet. And honestly, I still do that sometimes, but not all the time. Now that I have my tricks up my sleeves. What tricks, you might ask? Well, I have some guys that I've made. These are my best sellers, and also one that I'm just proud of that hasn't sold yet. And this is just art that I'm proud of that has a nice design. This is my persona. But these three have sold, and they're, in my opinion, the best designs that I've made. And I don't know, I just like them. And they've had the best what's the word? Engagement online when I posted them. So, first up, I'm not very proud of this one. It's cute. But it's a little too crowded. This one I'm really happy with. It's a nice balance. It's like not too crowded, but it's not too simple. It's got some motifs. This one is perfect. I would say. This one I wouldn't change anything about it. This one has a little bit of the same issue that this one has, but it's a nice color scheme, and I don't know, I like the art style I did for it. I also don't get a lot of traction in general, so that it doesn't actually surprise me all that much that no one has bought it. Because no one knows who the fuck I am. Hey guys, who the fuck is this guy thinking he could tell you what to do? I'm nobody, is what I'm meaning to get at. So, you want to get into adoptables is what I'm hearing, is what I heard through the grapevine. I'm your guy. What I do first, getting into adoptables, like when I want to design a character, I go on Pinterest. Oh yeah, Pinterest is your best friend. Pinterest is my best friend. You can also go on any other site you get your mood boards from, or like any kind of like inspiration from. It can be like Tumblr, like I don't know other websites that are like Pinterest. I'm sure someone in the comments will say, if I ask for it very nicely. If I ask for it very nicely, will you give me recommendations for mood board sites to use and that aren't Pinterest, pleasies? But anyway, here's Pinterest, here's mood boards, and here's aesthetics. The most important thing, in my opinion, when it comes to adoptables is aesthetics and color palette. They have to be appealing. They have to look good. You have to want to buy them, you know? It's not going to go very well if you're making like shit designs. If your colors don't correspond with one another. That's where all the juice is in adoptables, in my opinion. So you go on Pinterest, you choose a thing you like. This looks pretty cool. But I already have mood boards that I have chosen. So here I'll save this to my thing. I'll save this one. Now I'm getting distracted. Enough of this. Enough of this. I'll save this one too. Pinterest is being closed. So my partners send me mood boards that they think I would like because they love me. And because we sometimes design characters together. And actually, I got a lot of help from them designing this one, and I don't remember if it was this one. I think it was just this one. That sold really well. But all of my best designs, in my opinion, come from them. Like, hold on. Recently they helped me design this one, which I am also quite proud of because it was I don't know, I feel like all of my designs don't do as well unless I have another person actively giving me advice and like because they've been in the game longer than I have as a customer. So the customer is always right. Here, I'll keep this one in the trial grounds too. We choose ourselves a mood board. I'm gonna make duo adopts. That's also a thing that I've seen people do that I've seen is quite what's the word? Tactful? Is it tactful? Successful, I think is what I'm going for. So you make a batch of adopts that fit like an aesthetic. And you get more mileage out of one aesthetic while also saving your creativity so that it has more room for more aesthetics in the future. But you make multiple adopts from like one or two aesthetics, and they match and stuff. And I've seen batches do pretty well online. This is all based on Toy House, by the way. I don't know. I'm scared of DeviantArt. I'm on it, but I'm scared of it. This one actually sold on Tumblr, which I'm surprised about. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure about posting on Tumblr because Tumblr's scary too when it comes to adopts. I feel pressured to make the best things possible on Tumblr. So I'm surprised this one sold on there. And this one sold on Toy House, and this one sold on DeviantArt. So we have a nice little array of variability here. Variety here is what I meant to say. And honestly, you can kind of see based on all of them that like you can tell this would sell in Toy House, and you can tell this would sell on Tumblr, and you can tell this would sell on DeviantArt. So they're all kind of like together. It just depends on which, I guess, post on which one you think you would do personally best on. I've also seen edgier designs like in the same vein as Skull Kitty, this one, do well on DeviantArt too. So I feel like if you like this kind of aesthetic and you make a bunch of adopts that have this like kind of like grungier aesthetic, like muted colors with like purples and oranges and stuff like that, I feel like you did pretty well on DeviantArt, in my opinion. But yeah, we're speaking of grungy, we're gonna sorry, I like drawing lines. We're gonna do some stuff with this. So the hardest part for me when designing a new character is getting the initial drawing down. I don't like to use bases very much. I feel like it kind of, I don't know, drawing each adopt individually has kind of like a homemade flair to it. It's kind of more fun, more, it feels more real. So what I do when I have a mood board is, this is a lot of images, so I'm gonna break it down. Skull. We got a lot of skull themes here. Mushroom. Lots of mushrooms. Kitty. Kitty cat. Those are our three themes. We also have colors. Let's get some colors going here. We got a nice cream tone. A nice dark, dusty green. Actually, I think I'll grab this one instead. Ooh, that's nice. A tan. And an orange. I like to work with limited color palettes. Maybe I'll go a little crazier with the, actually, I don't know. I don't know how much I like that. Yeah, sure. Sure. So, I like to keep a fairly limited color palette. I don't like to go too crazy with it. That's what I've learned works best. Like, as you can see with this one, it's almost monochromatic. Like, not really. But, like, you have blue, you have purple, and you have orange. And those are all of the colors that I use. See, blues, purples, and this one shade of orange. This one or two. It's not very crazy. And also white. It's not a very diverse color palette. Same with this one. We have excluding the skin tone, I usually exclude the skin tones when it comes to this. I just make the skin tone whatever I think will look best with the color palette as a whole. We have... What is this, like 4 colors? 5 colors? That's it, that's the entire thing. And it works, and it works. Same with this one. Here's a color palette right here. It's not very big. Same with this one. It's quite small. This one is a larger color palette because it's kidcore, and honestly, I think larger color palettes like this can work. But as you can see, we still have like a pretty like these colors are used a lot in a lot of different places. At its core, it is just these 6 colors. Which 6 sounds scary, it sounds like a lot, but we have 2 greens that are just like differentiating between this green and this green. We have 2 blues, if you want to call this blue, I don't know. 2 blues, and then a red and a yellow. It's not that crazy. It's not that crazy of a color palette here. But yeah, as we can see, I'm just gonna stick with this 5 and go from here. Now here's the hard part, just drawing it. Something else I struggle with is figuring out actually what art style I want to use for it. Like sometimes I do this like with the big eyes, like as you can see. Actually none of them here have it. But if you've seen my other art, you can tell. I mean, actually, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna guess that you found it via the algorithm and not via my actual YouTube itself. I don't think anyone watching this video has already followed me, unless you have. Which hi. But if you haven't, then hi again. Then hi, especially. Because you're new. You're newsies. Hair is always a toss-up. You can see here, a lot of people follow the same, like, thing here, where it's like, oh, thing in the middle, thing in the middle, thing in the middle, with the 2 things. I don't know why I said a lot of people as if this isn't just my art. But I'm just following what other people do, which honestly probably isn't the best move. If you wanna have good adopts, you should diversify. But some people get money doing the same thing over and over again, and you know, you have to respect them for it. I don't know. Does that look good? I actually started going more feminine with this design, but I think I'm feeling a more masculine design this time, because a lot of them are quite feminine that I do. Like this one, this one, this one. This one's like a little more masculine, but still like a feminine vibe. We got all the frills and the bows and stuff. This one's pretty feminine. So I think I'm gonna try something new here. So we have our base. I tried to do like a little like almost paintbrush looking tail, maybe, because like as I'm designing, I'm like, okay, what is this character's like occupation, or like what would they like to do, just so I can get an easier motif to latch onto. So I'm like, oh, maybe they're like an artist. We have kind of a smear goal thing going on here. So with this kind of aesthetic, I think I'm gonna go with a like comfy big like sweater vibe with this art style, with this art adopt. I forgot how cardigans look. I need to look it up. Ooh, or maybe we do a vest. Maybe vest is the way to go. So I'm thinking for this we do like, I don't know, mushroom design lining the edges, the hems of the shirt, of the vest thing, of the overshirt is what this is what this is. Maybe the undershirt is like striped. Or like grid. That might be too much. We can try it. We can play with this. I think the artist motif was a little lost in translation, but that's okay. We don't need to keep every idea we've had. For now, I think this fungal, like, decay, rot theme, I think I like this. So now that we got our first little design here, I'm going to make a new layer. We're going to design the next one. I want to design both of them together at the same time because I want to, if I have an idea that comes to mind, I want to keep it and perhaps even edit this design to look like it matches this one more. Maybe no love letter. So roly-polies are an interesting addition here because with the whole rot and like decay theme I have going on here, with this one, roly-polies eat rotting, decaying leaves. So maybe we can have like a cat and mouse type thing where the pink one depends on the green one. Or like a symbiotic relationship. I'm thinking like a light body horror like aspect for this. Nothing too crazy because I'm not really like that's not really my realm of expertise. But maybe some kind of like creepy cute thing going on here. So let's go. I don't know what I'm doing here. Apron looks made to look like an isopod. It's like a roly-poly apron. I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe a hair clip, like an eyeball hair clip. Or maybe you know how Greek, I don't know, Greek what is it? Decor on the side of the head. Like that. Maybe we get this but eyeballs. I don't know, I'm just spitballing. I've spatballed a lot today, let me tell you. What are we thinking about that? I think it's cute, but I might be missing something. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not missing anything. I don't know, maybe it's just it has too many ideas with it. Too much sauce, I think. Actually, maybe the issue is the eyeballs. Maybe we abandon the theme a little bit. Okay? Because I think the Pillbug apron is a cute idea. And I will not listen to the Kill Your Darlings narrative. I'm anti-Kill Your Darlings. But I am pro Change Your Darlings to fit the darling. So what if Pillbug hair clip to match the Pillbug apron? Thinking? Pondering? I ponder this. I'm fond of this. I like these ideas that I've brought to the table here. I like the idea of these two twins where this one is decaying. Or like his whole thing is rotten decay and his whole thing is, I guess, like depending on rotten decay. It's very, I don't know, codependent. I like that. I like this. I'm liking it a lot, brother. Buster. Okay, so now that we have our little guys, we get to do the fun part, which is line art. I don't know how fun line art actually is for people, but I find it quite enjoyable, so wahoo! My favorite part of adopt making is having ideas that don't necessarily work for the adopt you're currently working on, like the eyeball, like whatever this is called. For this one, I like that idea a lot, but it just didn't work out for the character itself. But the joy of making adoptables in character design is that you can just incorporate that into your next one. And that's probably what I'll do. I'll just rebirth it into another one. So now that we've lined the drawings, we can start on coloring. Let's choose a color palette for this little guy. Very muted pinks going on here. I want kind of a brighter pink, if I can find that somewhere. This, the color palette for the one on the right isn't set in stone. I mean, neither of them are, really. But, yeah. Now it's time we color. This is the voiceover segment of the video because I didn't really have much to commentate on as I was coloring these two. I figured I can go over my, coloring process here. It's a pretty easygoing coloring technique. I just, you know, fill the shit in. I try to stay as zoomed out as possible when coloring. I find staying as zoomed out as you can throughout, honestly, the entire process, or as much as you can be, really helps me get the bigger picture of what I'm doing here. So my way of choosing, like, where colors go is pretty simple. I don't like it when two colors touch, so I try to keep, like, almost a sandwich effect with the coloring style, where you see at the top, the pink one has pink hair, and then at the bottom, they have a pink tail. And you can see that there are no points on this pink character where a color is touching another. Like, for example, the apron is a dark gray, and the only other instance of dark gray being used here is on the pillbug hair clip as well. And the purple, you don't see the purple anywhere else, because the shirt is kind of like the middle of the art, so there's not really any other place to put the purple where it would feel balanced. Unless you were to do it middle, and then like something on the top and then something on the bottom. But just, I would prefer them not to touch if I were coloring it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I felt like it was empty. It was feeling empty, like there was something missing with this character, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll add some leaf patterns on the apron and the cuffs of the, or not the cuffs, but like the arms of the colored shirt that they're wearing. And I think that helped a lot in terms of, I don't know, just giving you more to look at with this character, but not being too overwhelming. And now moving on to the green character. I had a pretty good idea of how I was gonna color this one, like the moment I started drawing it. Like I always think about, like, whenever I design a character, okay, how am I gonna color this? What colors go where? Even in the lining stage, I'm like thinking about it. And as you can see here, with this one as well, no colors are touching. Or at least I try to make them touch as little as possible. Like, all the greens are in their own place. None of the browns are touching each other. There are 3 shades of brown on this, maybe 4 if you count the skin tone. Honestly, for eye color and hair color, they're the one things where I don't mind if they're the same color and they're touching each other in the drawing. I don't really know why, I just think sometimes eyes being the same color as the hair is cute, so I'm biased, I guess. I like to have as much color dispersed throughout the drawing as possible, and I keep that with this goes back to what I was saying earlier with the limited color palette. I try not to have too many shades of one color. I just try to fit in as many of that one shade that I can before having to move on to the next one. Over on my toy house, I'm going to be raffling these 2 characters off. All you have to do is go to the Toy House profile in the description of this video and favorite it. You can sub to me, but you don't have to because that's not part of the raffle, but I mean, I do these every once in a while, so I think it's worth sticking around if you're interested in my designs. But yeah, I just wanted to give back to the people who watch my videos because I appreciate it. And so, thank you for watching this video, and I hope this tutorial helped you as much as it can. I don't know how good of a teacher I am, but I'm trying, I'm doing my best. Oh, and if you have any questions about character design that I didn't touch on here, maybe put them in the comments, and if there's enough, like, questions that I get, then maybe I'll make a part 2 to this, if I didn't, like, touch on all the subjects that you wanted me to. But yeah, bye-bye!